Welcome back to Exposing the Dirty Few. I promise to new subscribers and anybody else who cares and wants to do this themselves how to do this. Type that in, gematria.com. It's actually changed now. You have to become a member to get certain things, but it's rather interesting. This is an excellent little quote here. The act of seeking out knowledge is one of the oldest traditions known to man. The act of hiding it may be even older. So the bit with the deception in it, this is just how it rolls. I go to my own one because it's neater. We get a little inverted 911. You get 66 vowels, not that I count that too often. And you get a 151. And as we discussed it many times, the word the equals 15. And anything that adds to 15 in simple, which I'll show you, adds to 33. And you also got that as well. That's a 66. And any sentence in Pythagorean, that adds to 51. And you add the word the before it, adds to 66. Rather convenient. Dude's name's Derek. Monthly average page views, 1.4 million. Users per day, 5,500. Calculations per day, 20,000 calculations per day. Do you think this is becoming a little bit more popular? Maybe. So let's go to the Gematria calculator. So you go to ciphers. Go to select base. Ciphers. You get rid of reverse and reverse reduction because I don't use them. Throw in Chaldean. Update. And that gives you your 3. So if we type in the words like the, you can see there it's 33. This is actually a little bit more convenient than it used to be. Said, which is AIDS, which is blah blah blah. Dias. This little one here, and one of the rare nice words that add to that stuff. So that's how you do it. Pretty easy. But we'll start with mine because we don't use this. Bye bye. Okay, 8 billion and counting. The world's population ticks over historic milestone, but the next century society will reshape dramatically, and soon we'll hit a decline. We'll never reverse. Isn't that lovely? So it's at 8 billion people. How long? It couldn't be 7 billion, couldn't be 7.7 billion, 8 billion people. So in the year of the Shemitah, we went from 7 billion to 8 billion. In around about the time that the Shemitah ended, so it's roughly. Always interesting. And of course, people equals 33. Now, that was interesting as well. Time ticks over. That's another one of those coined phrases. Ticks over. Over is a 33. It's almost as good as and the clock is ticking. What else was there? And we'll never reverse. So once again, when it comes to English, and soon we'll hit a decline we'll never recover from, or we will see great changes or something. That particular word there was chosen for never reverse. So you can put anything you want in there, but they chose to put never reverse. What? That's why, is that why I removed the reverse full reduction? Sometimes I crack myself up. So there you go. 8 billion, allegedly. But, whoops. But that just makes me a counter, doesn't it? Mathematics, computing, game and sport, linguistics and typography. Counter, an enclosed space in a letter form. A measure word, a type of word in some languages. Really? So counter, which everybody would naturally assume goes with numbers, goes with letters. Oh, and speaking of words...
That's a made-up word. Oh, word's made up.
That is a made-up word. That cracks me up. That is a made-up word. Well, there you go. That is a made-up word. And what is Thor's response? All words are made up. All words are made up. And you get a 65. So if you count you in the situation, or the one group of people that decided to make words and their derivatives and their additions, you get a 66. And that's called the rule of Cole. Not my rule, a Mason rule. It's a Mason code called the rule. Oh, can I even spell? I don't do spell. So you got to follow the rules, which is a funny one there, because it's the rules of Cole, which is 66 and 67. So using the rule of Cole, counting yourself in or out of the situation, they're both 66. But let's get on with the show. This one here. Okay, so we're going to go down here. This one I found interesting. The 1611 King James Version. We get that 77. If we take out the 1611 King James Versions, so if we just throw the S for snake or serpent or Satan, whatever you want in there, you get a nice little 66. We're going to do some... that word and its variants appear 560 times. You sure it wasn't 561 times? The rule of Cole says it does. And 32, of course, 32 degrees Fahrenheit being frozen, because it's the Christian Bible. Well, it's referring to us, which aren't the chosen one. I found this interesting. The king of that was tidal. So does that refer to the fact that we're under not maritime law, admiralty law? Because maritime and land law are very similar, but admiralty law is the monopoly board put over the top of everything else. In Exodus, the Israelites are referred to as that, which means a holy nation. And it's one of the most poetic descriptions of those is the scholars that Baretz, a unique nation upon the earth. All right, let's just take a look. Google Translate, do that. We'll do it from Turkish. Then we'll flip that around. Then we'll change that to that. Then we'll change that to that. Then we'll start going backwards. One Gentile in a well. Okay. One Gentile came. One Gentile. One Gentile. A brother nation. Okay. Hey. And then we get down to the end, which always seems to, well, of course it does, that means third. There. And we know what third is. Look at the previous video. Um, and I just noticed this was approximately 300 to 30, so we'll just throw a 33 in there as well. You can read that through yourself, just pause it. And this is by Haaretz journalist Tomer Persico. Persico? Don't know, could be just a play on words. There we go. There we go. Whenever we refer to that, without going any further in description, we mean one who worships false deities. Well, we mean, once again, that's the way the English language works. You can put anything after that, because what we mean is this. Or 132, 66 vowels, 66 consonants, and that is a double 66. Looks like it's also a lie. Once again, if you haven't seen that, one could be an L, the other one could be an I, and of course that can be that. Did a good video on lies. As a slur, oh. Once again, I'm going to, these are pejorative. Once again, that word's not very nice. You can go through and pause that and read that. Apparently it's not an insult, just kind of sounds like it. Okay. It says here at the end here, neutral at best and extremely offensive at worst. Okay. Good litmus test. If you wouldn't use it in the presence of someone you're describing, it's a good chance it's offensive. Well, I thought, aren't we supposed to be... Oh, it's in this as well? Okay. Apparently, talk about using your own words against them. This is a motorcycle gang in Hungary. Oh, look at that. I bet they're all Hungarian too. I showed this one ages ago, the old GoFundMe, which obviously they put a little bit of a spin on, and it's just go fund anyone, I suppose. That'll do. That'll do. You can dig more into that if you want. We'll get rid of that pejorative, what it means. Excuse me, this was inspired by, I think I was watching Matt from Quantum of Consciousness, whatever it is. The greatest trick they'd ever played was blah, 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 blah. So if we do our usual, and we'll grab the first sentence, and we put the word devil in front of it, then we paste it in, we get a 333. Of course we do. And if you get rid of all of that stuff before it, you get a 333. And then of course if you just type in the devil, you get a 33. Just convenient, isn't it? I'm not going to go through that. But the greatest trick the devil ever pulled. The greatest trick oh, come on. Sorry. Ever pulled. And you get a 133. Because there's a comma after that. That's a little section of the sentence. The greatest trick he ever pulled was letting people know that, well, making gematria look like it doesn't mean anything. Of course. This one's interesting. Wowza. I did a video on Yowza, and someone was watching it, and Pete, I think it was, and then left a comment saying wowza. So let's just see what wowza adds to. Once again, whoops, it's all done. Sorry. It's wowza with a Z. That's crazy. So you can go yowza, yowda. Yowza or wowza. Both exclamations. As you can see there, it's wowza. Very interesting. Lots of fun. Lots of fun, isn't it? Why am I leaving translate up there? Maybe I need it. Magic 3. Smiley face tricks. I am the water, the land turns, blah, blah, blah. But it's actually got to do with the magic of 3. Improve your English. Oh, stop it. I believe, is it magic? Is it with a K? No, maybe it's in simple. Magic 3 gives you 30. Oh, just leave me alone. So it's to do with language, and it adds to 33. And what an absolute shock. The facts. Why have I done this? Oh, I guess we just type in the, yes we do, the facts. Like, it's almost as good, but this one's better, I think. The news, as we showed earlier, the rules. So you add a 33 word to the start of it, and it adds to 33. I really don't think we're going to need translate anymore. All right, last one, but certainly not least. Solipsism. Solipsism, from the Latin solus, alone, ipus, self, the philosophical idea that only one's mind is sure to exist. The external world and other minds cannot be known and may not exist outside and might not exist outside of our own mind. Wow. So what? It's all a program? Is it your mind and everything else isn't real? Is this some sort of holography? Rather interesting. Oh, what was that? Okay. It's time to cue the scary music. Take care of each other. God bless.
But here's one more critical component.
What's up, y'all? I'm the last man on Earth. Shit's all fucked up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here. Ah!
You know what the probability of them using our own language against us?
It's high. It's very high.
Freemasons run the country!
Say what now? What now?
Of course.
Simples.
Reintegration tax to cover the costs of moving 3.3 million Jews to Poland.
Say what now? What now?
Lem weighed 33,000 pounds.
Say what now? What now?
Releases her 33,000 emails.
Never say anything bad
About the feud.
Just can't.
Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why you always lying?
You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
Alrighty then. Yeah, baby.
Especially
In the New World Order.
Mazeltov, it's a boy.
Someone call 911.
We will make it no more than 33% of the way before we are killed.
And for those with eyes to see, I give you 33.
33 is feeling pretty good right now.
Typically around 33.
I worked on this for 33 years. We will make it no more than 33% of the way. Globe's 333rd month.
Belonged to a triceratops that walked that land around
33,000 emails. For TV, so it's 133 aspect.
versus just over 33,000.
You delete 33,000 email.
33. So we have 33 projects.
Are the 33,000 emails.
And here at 133, a sex worker's tent.
Reintegration tax to cover the costs of moving 3.3 million Jews to Poland.
About how 33% is critical mass. Once you reach a population of 33%, then you no longer can be stopped.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan.
I found a code hidden deep inside our own language system. They're using our own language against us. And the clock is ticking.